Hello, and welcome. Today, we are going to dive deep into one of the most powerful and comforting passages in the Bible, Psalm 127. Whether you're feeling lost, struggling with anxiety about the future, or just seeking a deeper connection with God, this psalm offers timeless wisdom that can transform your life. So, grab a cup of tea, find a quiet spot, and let's explore the profound message of Psalm 127 together. The psalm opens with a striking declaration: "Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the guards stand watch in vain." What a powerful reminder. Think about all the things we try to build in our lives: our careers, our families, our homes, our financial security. We pour so much energy, time, and effort into these things. We plan, we strive, we work late nights and early mornings. But this verse gently asks us, who is our architect? Who is our master builder? It teaches us that all our striving, all our hard work, can be empty if it's not founded on God. It's not saying that our work is pointless, but rather that our work finds its true meaning and lasting value when we partner with God, when we invite Him into our projects, our ambitions, and our daily tasks. We're no longer building alone. We're co-creating with the ultimate Creator. This shifts our perspective from one of frantic effort to one of faithful partnership. Let us move on to the second verse. "In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for He grants sleep to those He loves." This speaks directly to our modern culture of hustle and burnout, doesn't it? So many of us are caught in a cycle of relentless work, believing that our worth is tied to our productivity. We sacrifice sleep, peace, and time with loved ones, all in the pursuit of more. We tell ourselves, just one more project, one more goal, and we end up exhausted and anxious. This verse is a divine permission slip to rest. It is a beautiful reminder that God's provision is not solely dependent on our non-stop toil. He provides for His beloved even while they sleep. This isn't an excuse for laziness, but an invitation to trust. It's about understanding that our well-being and security ultimately come from Him. When we can truly internalize this, we can lay our heads on the pillow at night, release our worries, and find true, restorative peace. It's an act of faith to trust that God is working, even when we are resting. He doesn't need our frantic energy to accomplish His will. He invites us to work diligently, yes, but also to rest peacefully in His care. Now, let's look at the second half of the psalm, which shifts its focus to family and legacy. It says, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from Him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them." In a world that often views children as a burden or a lifestyle choice, this psalm presents a radically different perspective. Children are a gift, a heritage, a blessing from God Himself. They are not interruptions to our plans. They are part of God's beautiful plan for us. The imagery here is so vivid, like arrows in the hands of a warrior. Arrows are instruments of purpose, direction, and defense. As parents, we have the incredible privilege and responsibility to shape these arrows, to nurture our children in faith, to guide them with wisdom, and to launch them into the world to fulfill God's purpose for their lives. Having a quiver full of them speaks to the immense blessing of a family built on a foundation of faith. It's a picture of strength, legacy, and influence that extends far beyond a single lifetime. This isn't just about the number of children one has, but about the value we place on the next generation. When we see our children as gifts from God, it changes how we parent. We move from a place of stress to a place of stewardship, recognizing that we are raising future leaders, thinkers, and believers who will carry God's light into the world. The final verse concludes, "They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in the gate." The gate in ancient times was the center of public life, the place where business was conducted and justice was administered. Having a strong, righteous family meant you had support and honor in the community. It speaks to the power of a legacy built on faith. When you build your life and your family with God as the foundation, you are creating a legacy of strength, integrity, and blessing that will stand firm against any opposition. So, how can we apply the wisdom of Psalm 127 to our lives today? First, let's start by surrendering our plans to God. Before you start a new project, make a big decision, or even just begin your day, take a moment to pray. Lord, build this house. Be the foundation of my efforts. Invite Him into every area of your life. Second, learn to embrace rest. Give yourself permission to unplug, to be still, and to sleep in peace. Trust that God's provision is not limited by your working hours. Your rest is an act of faith, a declaration that you trust Him to provide for you. If you struggle with anxiety or insomnia, let this verse be your prayer. Remind yourself that He grants sleep to those He loves. Third, treasure the gift of family. If you have children, see them as the arrows God has placed in your hands. Nurture them, guide them, and pray for them. If you desire a family, bring that desire to God, trusting in His timing and His goodness. Cherish the relationships God has placed in your life, as they are a core part of the house He is building with you. Psalm 1-7 is a beautiful roadmap for a life of peace, purpose, and trust. It reminds us that our greatest achievements and our most profound peace come not from our own strength, but from surrendering to God's loving guidance. It's a call to stop laboring in vain and to start building a life that truly matters, a life built on the unshakable foundation of our Lord. Thank you so much for joining me today to reflect on this incredible psalm. I hope it has brought you comfort and encouragement. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content that helps us explore our faith together. May you go forward this week with the confidence that God is building your house and watching over your city. God bless you, and see you next time.